Hello there, welcome to this video. This video is for learning activity 9 involving creating a newsletter. Okay, this is a B grade task. As you can see, I'm on Microsoft Publisher now, and I'm going to use a template to create my newsletter. To start with, I'm simply going to search through the templates, select newsletter, and I'm going to pick a simple newsletter template that I'm going to use. It doesn't really matter which one you pick. You can pick any of them, so long as your work is looking good and well formatted. That's great. So I'm just going to pick the first one, and just to remind you, your newsletter must be 2 pages. Okay, so if you have any extra pages, like I have here, I have 4 pages, I'm going to delete 2 of the middle pages. So I'll delete, right click and select both pages, and then I have 2 pages. I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the first page. One thing I want to remind you is the same skills that you use for developing the flyer and the business card. Okay, if you go to page design and you go to background, you can select a background for your newsletter. Okay, make sure that when you select your background, you actually apply it to both sections of the page. So I've applied my background to both sections of the page. For your newsletter, there are certain things that must be on there. You need to refer to the task sheet to find this out. But just to give you a quick overview of it, your Ashdown logo, your Ashdown address, the phone details, day of the trip, duration of the trip, and a few other things that should go on there. Types of French food, details of what would happen each day on the trip, any items that they need to bring, things like that. Now I'm going to take you through this newsletter. First thing, I've told you how to change the background. Next thing, you can insert some pictures. If you go to the insert tab, insert some pictures, some shapes, okay, insert some word art, add a little bit of pizzazz to your newsletter, make it look good. The main thing I want to focus on is 2 things. In the spec, it says that you need to insert a table showing the number of male and female students on the trip, and I want to tackle that quickly. To insert a table, simply click on the insert tab, select table, and choose a table. I'm going to choose 2 by 2, okay, and there I have it here. This is my table. I can click and drag my table wherever I want. You decide where you want your table to be. If I double click my table, I can select the line color of the table. You can choose whatever line colors it is that you want. You can apply whatever line colors you want to your table. It's entirely up to you. Next thing I want to pick up is if I select the cells in my table, I can fill them with different colors. I can choose green, pink, whatever. It's entirely up to you. So I'm going to quickly insert my table, and my table says that showing the number of males and females on the trip, you would need a group showing males and females on the trip, basically talking about boys and girls. And it says in the spec that we have 9 males and 5 females on the trip, and that is all you would do to insert a table. Okay, you can stretch your table out, you can modify it, you can do whatever you want to it, you decide. So that would be the table that you've put in. Just a quick pointer again, if you go to this formatting tab here, you can choose different pre-formatted layouts for your table. You decide how you want the table to look. That is your choice. Next thing most students struggle with is actually inserting a graph in the table. It doesn't in your document. It doesn't matter where your graph goes, so long as it's on the document. I'm happy. Now I'm going to show you how to insert and plot a graph. Really simple. Simply go to the insert tab and select object. Once you click on object, click on Microsoft Excel chart here and click on OK. That opens a section for the table. Okay, once that is open, click on sheet 1. Give me 1 second, let me just minimize this. Click on sheet 1 and remove all the data that is in there. Okay, so you're basically going to remove everything that is in this section. So let's just remove it. Right, now that you've got all the data out of the spreadsheet section for your chart, Next thing you need to do is to click on chart 1. And once you click on chart 1, I want you to pay attention to the top, this section here. Okay, I want you to click on design and go to select data. Once select data opens, anything that is on where it says legend entries here, just remove them, remove everything from there so there's nothing there. Okay, and make sure that there's nothing in this cell here and there's nothing in here as well, so everything must be empty. Then click on OK and you have the blank screen, and this is what you need. Okay, now click on sheet 1 and go and enter the information that you want to enter. So we have males, or in fact I'm simply going to use boys and girls, so boys and girls, and then I'm going to write the amount of boys on the trip, which was 9, and the amount of girls on the trip, which was 5. Okay, now I've got that data in. But if you click on chart 1, you see that it is still not showing. There is still some work for us to do. So on sheet 1, we've got the data we wanted to enter, but on chart 1, there is no chart. What you do is click on chart 1, go to design, and then go to select data. Now, where it says chart data range at the top, make sure you click it, go to sheet 1, and select this data here, boys and girls. If you've done it right, you will realize that in the left section here, where I'm clicking, you will see that the boys and girls will show. And then where it says series 1 here, click it and click on edit and call it what you want the graph to be called. So French trip, boys and girls. Okay, you can call it that. You can call it boys and girls on the French trip, boys and girls on the trip. You can call it anything that you want to call it. And then once you're done, click on OK. And you come back to the data source window, which is this window here, and then click on OK again. And there you have it. You have a graph within your newsletter. Okay, it's been plotted. Simply go and click somewhere else in your newsletter, and then you will see that your graph will change and the handle will look more like a framed handle, and you can literally click and drag your chart wherever it is that you need it to go. It's entirely up to you. Again, you decide where you want the chart to go. So right now I've showed you how to format your newsletter, and how to insert a table, and how to insert a chart into your newsletter. Now please go and do it, and do it now. Thank you. And just a quick reminder that you can change the chart type. Okay, all you need to do is move your mouse cursor and click on change chart type, and there are loads of different types that you can choose. But remember, the chart type you choose must be appropriate. Please make sure you're choosing one that is appropriate. Okay, thank you.